Back to our discussion of the Decembrist uprising. So as we said in the previous videos, the Decembrist uprising in Russia was an attempt, a failed attempt by the Russian people in the Russian military to overthrow the Tsar and the government and to introduce a Western style democracy to Russia. And the sort of philosophical basis of that was Masonry and Enlightenment. So eventually, when they came back to Russia, a lot of these soldiers and officers, began to form Masonic-like lodges, and they used this term lodge. They would get together. Some officers, they would usually meet in sort of houses, like they did not like rent, spaces for this, whatever. They would just meet at someone's house, and they would have these sort of informal discussions, about, their experience in the West, what they saw and how, this could be applied to Russia, how much things would get better with democracy, with equality, with all this other good stuff which they saw in Western Europe. And they began to build specific plans, like it was more than, just, fantasizing. They wrote down their plans, okay? They said, tax system should become like this, like the, government should have this, should, work in this way, like for instance, have, the House of Commons, House of Representatives, and, there were a lot of different ideas. And the key thing to understand is that it was not unified, okay? A lot of these Decembrist lodges, really, really differed in, what they wanted to achieve. It's not like it was one unified conspiracy. It was very, very diverse. These guys did not, they were not all on the same page. Far from it. There was a lot of disagreement and friction between these lodges. And, there's essentially, when you look at the biggest picture possible of all Decembrist lodges, the biggest division was between southern and northern lodges. So these were the kind of two main categories. Southern ones were in Ukraine, and northern ones were in Russia, like Moscow and St. Petersburg. And we'll get back to this in the next video.